How about now? You guys can hear me now? Just let me know if everything's good, and then we'll get started with pull libations, and we get going. Okay, okay, we good. So first of all, y'all see the title, so we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna pour libations. Ashe Mercury, Ashe Thoth, Ashe Hermes, Ashe Cupid, Eros, Ashe, Ashe Venus, Ashe Aries, Ashe Saturn, Ashe Chronos. I got my new mic and I got a little phantom. Thanks. Shout out to Richie. Shout out to Richie and Man of Letters. Well, shout out to Richie for hooking me up. Shout out to Man of Letters Keith, you used to homie and shit. But I got a old. He hooked me up with the tech for the mic. We got something in store for y'all. Okay, so Ashe Chronos, Ashe Thanos, Ashe to the real great mother, Ashe Heru, Ashe Hathor, Ashe Isis, Ashe Osiris. Thank you, Salavi, for hitting with the links. Hitting with the links. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all my ancestors that support me and love me and all things I do. Ashe. And Ashe to everybody in the chat and all souls, beings that do come in. Ashe to y'all too. We in this bitch. And Ashe to my higher self. Ashe. So, title of the video. As you can see, I got my little ring light going and shit. But we in the dark tonight because it's just that type of energy. But we're gonna talk about equality. Is equality balance? Equality is not balance, and I'm gonna come from a very occult perspective because from the regular mundane perspective, you will think that it is because we were taught that equal is right and equal is balance. Equal ain't that. Okay. So let me look up the etymology of equal. Let me get that going. See, I didn't even have it prepared. That's how you know. I didn't even do no notes for this live. It was just something, me and my homegirl Gail was talking about. Shout out to her and sparked the video, man. Sometimes we're gonna have those. Sometimes I'm more structured. Sometimes I'm not. So just hold on a second. I'm gonna look this up real quick. And we also at some point going to talk about Patreon. I will be opening up at Patreon. I think I've dropped a lot of beneficial videos. Even though I don't have a cult following yet, even if I really want one, I'll have enough following. I have enough of those who love what I do that I know will support because you'll get something out of it, and so will I. So let's go to etymology online. Etymol online. That's my favorite site to go. Etymology online is basically what's called ETYM online. That's just where I go for my etymology. Okay, so equality. We're gonna look up the word equality. So here it says evenness, smoothness, uniformity in reference. Equality party in reference to amount or number okay. Equality, similarity, likeness. Are uniform, identical, equal, but it does not say balance. That, that's how they get you with these words. It's very similar to that concept, but it ain't balance. So basically, we're going to start with Hollywood and feminism. So this whole feminism thing and all these isms and the ABC communities, basically what they'll try to do is and actually let's go back before that. Let's go to fucking equal, the equal rights movement. So back in the 60s and the 50s, when Martin Luther King was talking about equality back then, he was saying that equality would be to the likes of black people and white people assimilating, amongst each other as we are now, and other races and all of that. But they talked about equality, but they didn't talk about balance. Okay, so what he was doing, smoothness, evenness, we're on the same level. So for him to even say that would be a subconscious program saying that we're not even on the same level. So what level are we on? So there's that. So what level do they believe, or did he believe, and did those who were paying him believe that we were on? Did they know something about our ancestral history? It didn't mean we're better than anybody. It means we have more responsibility because we were the first here. Okay, so those of lighter races, they're the baby races. Okay, this is why you guys are on top right now, because it's your turn. Everybody wants to rule the world. You ever heard that song? Everybody wants to rule the world. Okay, so the lighter races, you want to call them white people, whatever. The reason why they were given power is because it was their turn to rule. They were given power by, the latter day Moors. In today's society, we call them the Boule Society. How they, Boule calls himself archons. We'll go into that more deeper on, Patreon as a concept. But there's a reason why, they're talking about white supremacy. There's supremacy in all, okay? The all is supreme. So the reason why white people are ruling right now is because it simply was your turn. Think about, as those who are parents, when you tell your kids to share. Whose turn is to play Xbox? It ain't ours. And see, we have the conscious community telling black people that it's our turn still. We didn't done that. So we have a responsibility, a higher responsibility since we've been here longer. Doesn't make us better. It just means we have those who wake to the call have a higher responsibility to help set things right and to balance. Not equality, but fucking balance. Because equality moves things out of balance on purpose. One side or the other. It shuns one side, okay, and uplifts the other. So what they're trying to do here, go back to Hollywood, they're trying to shun the masculine and uplift the feminine. I say, fuck that. Let's do both in tandem. So you have things like the feminist movement, Alyssa Milano at the head of that shit. Okay? She's at the head of that shit. And you have these feminists saying, if you say the wrongs, well, not even the wrong thing, you say what they believe to be the wrong thing, or they'll call you homophobic, or call you sexist, or racist, what have you. Okay? And then they'll scream equality. Oh my God, equality. Women are equal to men. Okay? Not everybody is made equal. Okay? And that's facts. And it's all vibrations and frequencies. Okay, let's go into, put it to you this way. From a man's perspective, okay, not all women's tits are the same. Some of them are A cup, some of them are triple D's. Okay, some of them got fat ass and some of them don't. It don't mean that your body is this or that. It just means, not all are made equal. Meaning they're not all made at the same vibration and frequency. They look different. Some are voluptuous, some of them are petite, and some are in between. So that tells you right there. Equality, fuck that. Number one, not everything is equal. When they're saying, we're all made equal, we're not all made equal. Okay, why are some people made with a little bit extra ashe than others? Okay. Why do the darker races have all three forms of melanin and the lighter races only have two forms? But then you have certain communities like Hebrew Israelites and different things like that telling you that you have zero, that you're non-melanated. Like, okay, so why do darker races have all three forms, the trifecta, that the Bible speaks about, the Holy Trinity, and lighter races only have two? That means that we're supposed to work together. That's the key, to work together. If somebody is missing something, somebody has a responsibility to help them out. It's like big brother, big sister, or it's like husband and wife. However you want to see it, we're supposed to work together. Somebody else has a higher responsibility, but when you take things out of balance and to equality, then you fucking ruin the balance, the scheme of things. Okay? So then let's get into how it's a frequency, okay? So when I talked about the different sizes and shapes of women's bodies, that is a frequency. Each shape and size of each body is a frequency, okay? It harbors its own frequency. So basically, imbalance gives rise, not even imbalance, but balance gives rise, and inequality gives rise to different frequencies. It gives rise to different frequencies, giving us variety of things that we like. Or else we would all be the fucking same, and that would be boring. Not only would that be boring, and not just because that would be boring, but then that would be one with the all. We wouldn't be having this fucking conversation. And that's the key with equality. They're fucking flipping it on you. It's about balance between the two poles, because we are in the realm of separation. It is many things, but one of the many things it is separation. So the man and the woman, the masculine and the divine masculine and divine feminine, we have to learn to balance those two poles within ourselves on the inside first. So you gotta learn about them. These are frequencies. You gotta, know thyself. You're gonna go through a whole thing. It's gonna go through astrology, chakras, childhood trauma. Doing the work. But don't be fooled and think that everybody is equal. Now, these motherfuckers will admit that there is inequality and then try and strive for it. Why? And they're trying to strive for equality. Why? Because then equality sets the primordial energies out of balance. Or it puts them so in balance, we become the all. Oh, what up, Lemuria? What is up? What is up? So, in essence, these motherfuckers are these occult motherfuckers in the background. I could say from just getting a channel right now on live, y'all won't see me go through it live right now. They might be trying to get back to the all. They're trying to leave this motherfucking place because they can't. There's certain beings who have certain frequencies who can go in and out. You can look in your chart. Or you can, look at the transits, the trines, all different types of things, and see who you are. And then just knowing how, and feeling into that, you'll know if you're just one of those people who can go in and out. Everyone is good at different things. Exactly, Salavi. Exactly. Variety. Okay? Civilization is built upon the differences. Some people can build houses. Some people are masons. They build structures. Not just houses, but the structure of society. The social aspects. So you got school. You got knowledge and wisdom. You got places to eat. You have fucking politics. You have Hollywood itself. It's just a construct or polarity of society. That's all that it is. It's just energies. And they have figured out a way to use their energies to move this shit out of whack, using that as a conduit. Because there's people puppeteering from behind. It's all frequencies. So just think about equality as different frequencies, or for that matter, different frequencies. And not all frequency, like if there's a separation between frequencies, not everything is actually one. So not everything is going to be equal. So equality serves its purpose by giving us variety. or you could say inequality, the opposite, is really what I'm talking about. Inequality, my fault. Inequality, my fault. Inequality serves as giving us those differences and varieties. My fault. I was kind of getting ahead of myself. It gives us, like I said, variety and different frequencies to pull from within yourself. The fact that they're telling you that you have 7 chakras and you haven't meshed all of those chakras into one pie, into one thing, it's inequality. And it's a beautiful thing because then you get to learn about you and your existence until you get to that point. I've given many types of literature on here. In my last video, I dropped a bunch of books. You can still use those books for the same purpose. Shit. And, Wheels of Light is a good book on chakras. If you're one of those people who has a high desire for, the sexual nature, maybe you should learn about it. Maybe you should learn about it. The Kama Sutra by Alan Dandaloo, fucking huge book. I'm going to get to it. But, Bobby Hemmett recommended it, and I've sifted through it, and it's looking like a pretty dangerous book. What you do is you learn about these things. If you have a desire of something, learn about it. Respect it. And then it becomes something, a frequency that you feel like you already have. And it'll flow to you, and it will no longer be a desire. You'll surrender to it. So we're going to talk about the triadic heart of Shiva, okay, which is surrender and letting things destroy you. You let things destroy you by letting go and surrendering to that vibration or energy. By giving it some respect instead of quitting and running away. She's a runner, she's a track star, all that shit. Instead of walking or running away, you pour into it in a way in which you learn about it. You learn about yourself, obviously. So, like I said, one way is like I said, if you have like a desire or something, learn about it. Read some books, meditate on it. Think about it. How could you integrate certain things? And next thing you know, it's no longer a desire. You no longer have a desire for it. Think about it. Unless you're really fucking greedy, does a billionaires really have a desire for money? No, because they know how to just make that shit roll in at that point, or once you have more money than you've ever had before. You have that feeling, where you have a bulk amount of money at one time, and you just, you have that feeling. It's all about the feeling of prosperity, abundance, and those vibrations are running through you. You no longer have the desires. Like when everything is taken care of, your bills are taken care of, this, that, and the other, and you were sitting pretty for however long, for a while, you don't have that desire to really have to go out and get it. It'll just roll to you. You'll see how it just rolls to you until, that energy slows down, and then you'll go back to that whole thing. So then now you have to figure out, the whole thing is to figure out how not to slow that energy down, how to come out of the polarity of things. That's a higher level concept. And my answer is always using higher law against lower law. Just fucking use mentalism. That's the highest law of all. The highest principle, should I say. The highest principle, because yet principle and law are both of Saturn. They're both each one side of Saturn. Principle is more feminine, so that would be the Aquarius side. Or the woman, the crone, and then you have Cronus, Father Time. That would be more like the law. That's the fucking law. Laying down the law. Think if you had a male figure in your life, or your father ever lay down the law, but your mother had like the principles of the matter. See, universal principle never changes. Law can change, because mom can always override dad. So it's like, y'all, if y'all know, y'all know. type shit. But principles never change. But everything else after that does. So that's just something. But so, the 7 universal principles. Mentalism, get to know them all, but get to really know mentalism. Mentalism is of the mind. Everything is mental. The universe is mental. So if you just ponder on what the fuck is polarity really, and when you go back to an energetic level of divine masculine and divine feminine, and you're tapping into that divine principle of gender. When you're talking about energies, you're not talking about sex, you're talking about energies here. We're talking fucking energies here. Then when you talk about Merkaba, you take that further, Merkaba, and the crystalline being and the crystalline heart, meshing those energies together to become one and fueling up the light body, and then you become Christ. Then what the fuck is polarity then? But just a way through, to get to Christ. So you have to learn both sides, the left-hand path and the right-hand path. Divine feminine, divine masculine, and walk in the fucking middle pillar, like Brother Panic always be talking about. You walk in the middle pillar, and now you can assimilate energy from both sides. Gain from both sides. The left-hand path, the side of serving self, because you have to do that, and then the side of serving others, the right-hand path, in tandem, and that creates the double the double and triple and quadruple helix, the DNA strands. They weave together. It's all one. Everything is everything. Because when Bobby Hemmett said that, he means everything is one. He meant so many different things. Now I'm saying that another thing is he meant everything is one. Everything is everything. If you just balance it the correct way. Or just get it to balance. Fuck a correct way. Just get to be able to balance. Everything is everything. You see what I'm saying? So then what is really equality? When inequality gives rise to differences, and differences is how, some of you guys met the greatest people or the worst people and they both taught you things. Because inequality is just differences. When you get down to the science of it, it's just differences that cause, things to be the opposite of equal. But, equality does not mean balance. Balance is overall, you go above balance, which is just being. When you're just being, because now you're out of this or that. You're out of the cycle of polarity. You are one. You're in that state of ascension, the ascended master. And at some point, you're going to fall back down. That is the nature of the fallen angel. The angel becomes the fallen angel. Yep, you're right, Salab. You learn things from experience. And experiences are taught from inequalities. They're taught from differences. Different vibrations and frequencies. That's all it is, man. So when you see this whole equality and inequality shit on TV and Hollywood, no, it's bullshit. When they're talking about, equality this. No, it's all bullshit. They're just trying to throw off the balance. They're trying to throw off the balance, which throws off the nature of the heart chakra, which is compassion, and which is just to be. So that they can further control you and lock you down. Love Lockdown, Kanye West. 808s and Heartbreaks. Listen to that album, but specifically that song. It's crazy. He made that shit in 2008. I was in high school. And now I know what he means. So that is the video for today, but I'm staying on for a little bit longer. So I will be opening up a Patreon. So it's going to be under the same name, Alchemy of Light, so you guys can find me. And I'm going to have, I don't know what I'm going to price the tiers yet, but, it's going to be worth it for me, but also for you as well. It's going to be, so what it's going to have is information you're not going to get on here. obviously, because I don't want to fuck around and do like some people do on Patreon. Say they're going to teach you certain things, and basically, once you pay for the Patreon, you say, "Well, I can learn this shit either elsewhere or on your regular channel." So it's like a scam. We're not doing that here. We're not doing that. You know. So basically, it's you're gonna have access to lot, to information you're not going to get here. We're going to build, information that's going to help you propel yourself further. It's not just more distracted light that maybe you'll be able to use. So there's going to be things that you can, when I'm talking with Gail, certain things, or, I'm just reading and researching things that can help build you and your light body and your soul up, that can help you in this fucking thing, to get to where, to get to live in your highest purpose and to do what you're meant to do, to essentially build you up. And then you got the rest. Okay, so that's my Patreon. My Patreon is going to have that type of information. Plus, I'm gonna do a decoding course. I'm gonna teach on how to decode. How I decode. And that's really gonna I'm gonna give you the basic foundations, and then a little bit of higher foundation, like how I do things and stuff like that, so you can see how to see through things, and then you can form your own way of decoding off of that template. We're going to go through that. So like I already have a decoding course written that I wrote like almost a year ago. I'm going to say actually not a year ago. I think I wrote it like 6 or 7 months ago. I was going to make it an ebook or something like that, or just a course. But for my Patreons, I'll drop the course. And for all people who won't have who aren't on Patreon, I'll drop it as like an ebook. Oh yeah, Patreon. Oh, thank you, Salavi. Yeah, we can do that. I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that. We can get some of you guys on live, and we can just have chill and chat and get your opinions, and everybody can kind of like a community where we can just build. You see what I'm saying? Build a little community. And share and barter and help one another. That type of community, and also so decoding other information that you're not going to be getting here. You're going to be having discounts to my Etsy shop. Each tier will have a certain type of discount. So like one tier, like I might have like just 2 tiers. I'll have like a basic $5 tier, and then I'll have like maybe like a $20 tier, like a like a $5 tier, a $15 tier, and like a $25 or $30 tier, and something like that. Something like that. And I'll decide what I'm going to drop on each tier, or fuck it, I might just have just one all include. Who knows. So I don't so I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. You said what's going to happen when we reach that frequency. You tell me. Like I'm working my way there. I'm like low key. I'm basically like there for me, so I can kind of say what I'm experiencing is a lot of heart chakra activation, crystalline heart chakra activation at that. And I talked about it in my last video. And basically, it's a lot of old things coming up. You're feeling lighter. Like in the physical, the light body is just, lightening the body in certain ways. Emotionally, definitely, less trauma. You're going to be more centered in the heart on all levels. So you act out of total compassion. And your gifts, you will develop gifts along the way. Well, you have gifts on each level. It's kind of like Pokemon, training a Pokemon. Okay, each level, that Pokemon, say it has like a Charmander, Charizard. Each level, they learn Ember, and then at one level, like level 7, level 8. Yeah, I used to love Pokemon as a kid. And when you reach Charizard and you get to a certain level, you get Flamethrower. So Ember turns into Flamethrower. So you have these gifts at all levels, but once you reach each level and you're going towards, the oneness of yourself and the more crystalline and Christ energy, your gifts start to you start to see that that ember becomes the flamethrower after a while. So basically, if you can channel, like get like downloads really, really well, better than others, then that turns into you being able to fucking channel direct spirits and any spirit or channel people's higher self. Shit like that. Being able to do that on demand, look into people's Akashic record, all that. So there's things like that, and basically it's just you being. I can't really say too much because I'm not you, and you tell me how it is for you. I can only tell you on my journey how it is for me and how it's been. And it's been a lot of compassion, a lot of heart chakra activation, a lot of a lot more channeling, and my channeling is becoming way more intuitive. To where once I start to focus on it, I'm gonna be able to tap into some shit at will. You know, psychic, on some psychic shit. Like I've been psychic my whole life. I never knew there was a term for it, but trust me, I know things before they're gonna happen. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't know. I guess I always felt like it was an ego thing, but I always know shit before it's gonna happen. And then I feel like on that end, it's on the logical mind. It's like cause and effect. Even though that is a feminine principle, it strokes the ego as cause and effect. Cause and effect. And on the feminine mind, the whole psyche is just like some Nostradamus shit. Like like you'll be able to, on so and so, little Rodney's gonna hit a home run on this day, and this is gonna happen. But I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna happen. Or you can use cause and effect to say, okay, this and this, I always do this at this time, so this is gonna happen. That's more logical and different things like that. So, that's like on that psychic end, that's kind of like on that end, that's what it is. And whatever your gifts are, man, work at them. That's part of knowing who you are. Break down your gifts, that what you know of, what's coming in, and just go hard. It's that time. So basically, before we go, I'm gonna tell you it's that time. Shit's about to get real with these energies. Motherfuckers about to lose they fucking shit. July, August, September, October, November. So all Jason and astrology. So the energies are being cranked up because rituals are being done on everybody, on the world. So I would advise you to chill, work on yourself, stay in your compassion. Get with your ancestors if you feel like it. Work with that altar. Get a black and white picture of yourself. Put yourself on the altar in a black and white picture. Build up your astral light body and different things like that. On that, this is the self. Go into self. The left hand. Pull. You're in the middle of things, but pull from that left hand side. And then once you do that, you can. If there are people that need your help because they're losing their shit, then you can. You've built enough energy and enough light, they will gravitate towards you, and then boom. See, now you're using both energy from both sides. See how it works, the middle pillar? See how that it's gravitate, you become more magnetic and more electric. Okay? At the same fucking time. Masculine, feminine, one. Because when you are Christ, they will come to you. Think of the stories as allegory and metaphor, but also think of them and apply them to you, and just daydream on it. What if that was me? Can that be me? Think about it. Just think about it. So, that's all I got for today. Patreon. When we talked about Patreon, we talked about the video. We talked about that. So yeah. If you guys have any questions or anything for me, any questions? Yeah, Gail, come on, we just talked about that shit today. So I felt obligated to at least say something to my people. Like I ain't gonna leave them out here. I'm not gonna go live and know that and be like, fuck it, fuck them. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna let you know, and then you can do what you need to do with the energies. That's all up to you. Pour into you, like when you start seeing people going crazy, we told you so. Told you so. And it's not going to look like you think. It's not going to be like when people think that, like, oh, everybody's just running around with a chicken cut off, like a chicken with his head cut off. No, you will notice things will just be out of sync. They will be out of balance. And it'll just how it feels. It's just going to be, you're like, oh, shit. What is that? What are these energies? Who are these spirits? Who are they? What if you attract people who don't want the same thing? Okay, so I'm going to give you a little lesson. And I always forget, I don't always know I'm not going to speak that. But sometimes I forget about, this power, but I don't anymore. So there's this book that Brother Panic recommended called Creating Magical Entities. I always talk about it. So on the subject of what if you attract people who don't want the same thing, then you need to break down that situation. Like if you really want or desire this person, or however, you got to get out of the point of not desiring them anymore. So let's go on from that angle. Break down the energies, natal chart energies, your energies, the energy of the situation. How does it make you feel? Is it worth it to pursue? Because sometimes you'll be in a situation where they don't want the same thing as you, and then you guys come together because that's the whole journey of the situation. It can be some of the situation can be quite tumultuous, but in the end, worth it. So there's that route you can take. But on the creating magical entities, you can create entities. We create entities as we speak. Okay. So you can say certain things, certain mantras to yourselves. So like affirmations, these people on YouTube and everywhere, all these gurus never tell you about affirmations, the science of it. Affirmations create entities that serve you, whether they be positive or negative. Affirmations and words create entities that serve you. So what entity can you speak into existence over and over again that will serve you, that will, annihilate you attracting people that don't want the same thing as you? What could you say? You see what I'm saying? What could you say or speak out loud to yourself? You can write it down. You can make sigils. I'm gonna do a video on hyper sigils and sigils here pretty soon during the week before I do my video on the 10th. Solar solstice coming up. What could you do? What could you say? Because remember, if you say if I say I always get the girl, now I've created an entity that serves me, and the entity is called I always get the girl. So it will serve when I'm in that vibration of I'm talking to girls, talking to this woman, trying to maybe I'm looking for a girlfriend or sex or whatever. It's gonna work out for me 9 times out of 10 because I always get the girl. Or if you are you're the person that says I never get the girl, the guy, girl, whoever that says I never get the girl, then you've created an entity that you have spoken. You've created a negative entity, an archon, per se. That's one of the ways they're created. We're going to go into that on Patreon, and it will serve you. You are its master. It will serve you in that way of what you just said until you get the fucking picture. So think about what I just said. Creating magical entities. I'll show the book. Let me get it. Brother Panic has a video on it. Brother Panic has a video on this book that goes with it. So here's the book. And now it shows you many different ways of a more lined up way to do it. But one of the many ways that they say that we create magical entities is through speaking. They go over that before they go over like actually structurally creating one. Like coming up with a name, a sigil, is this going to be my own personal, deity that's going to help me with wealth or protection or however. It's a badass book. This is a badass book. I'm telling you, get that shit. It's not even that. It's not even that much. I got this book for like $10 on a Libris book on a Libris books. $10 last April. You know, so just think about it like that, and that would serve to the higher principle against lower principle mentalism. If you can do all that with your mind, just think about it. Think about that question. You can do all if you can do all that with your mind, like, so what do I know about Lilith? I don't know too much about Lilith other than the usual things. She's a great mother energy. Okay. Lilith has her two sides, just like Kali has her two sides, who's also a dark goddess. So Lilith is a great mother character, but she's also she also have that destructive energy. She can help you become more fertile, probably, or what she's known for, helping, killing babies. And Bobby Hemmett talked about that on a lecture that I was just watching. Let me see what the title of it is. Hold on, I'm going to go to my playlist. Hold on. Because it's a really, really good, it's breaking down some shit. It's Brother Panic and Bobby. And Brother Panic is just asking Bobby questions, and Bobby's just breaking shit down. So it's not in here. So let me... Hold on. Okay, here it is. I found it. It's called Bobby Hemmett, Religious Myths versus Ancient Knowledge. You search that on YouTube. Bobby Hemmett, Religious Myths versus Ancient Knowledge. And he speaks a lot on, the whole Bible, and the whole Lilith aspect is brought up at some point. I remember him talking about it. How the whole baby, how Lilith got her reputation for so-called killing babies is not what you think. It wasn't what you think. It was helping women, basically women, giving women the power to become fertile or infertile whenever they wanted or needed to. So if they didn't want to have your baby, they could just do a little ritual with their mind, saying, you could tell themselves, hey, I don't want to have this baby because you just, I just nutted into some random chick and she don't want to have the baby. She can just say to herself or whatever, she don't want to have this baby, and she don't got to go to the abortion clinic. What her body will do is to start her period, and then boom, it's over with. See what I'm saying? So those are just small things I know about Lilith. I don't know too much, haven't done too much research on her personally. But if you guys don't have any more questions, then I'm gonna go for the night. I'm gonna set the thumbnail up on the video. Pretty much do what I do, the behind the scenes stuff. And then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night as well. So let's see. I'll wait a little bit. But yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, we can talk for a little bit. If not, you guys enjoy your night. What's up, Peace? What is up, Reese's Pieces 80? Reese's Pieces 88. Yeah, yeah, Gail. She's just a polarity. Yep, you're right. That's what I got. That's what I got from it because Bobby goes into certain things when he talks about it, and it's really all of these dark goddesses that get the bad rap. Because Eve don't nearly get as bad as rap as fucking Kali Ma or Lilith or Hathor. No, she doesn't. And that's for a reason. They make you think that they're just this out of control force or energy, but really, it's just a polarity. Because when you look at it, Lilith is a great mother. It says, Gail. No, what? YouTube censored her comment? That's crazy, bro. That's wild. I can't see nothing on my end. YouTube be on some bogus stuff, but well, we all safe over here. We poured up our libation, so it is what it is. Call it minor glitches of this side of the matrix. Y'all know how it is. Then go with those urges. You know, go with those urges. I would say study her energy because a lot of people say, especially women, oh, Lilith doesn't work with men. She doesn't like to work with men. Go with what you feel. You know, approach it with respect. I would say approach her energy like you would your own personal goddess or woman that you were in love with. And respect, but also strength as well. And you'll be good. Just chill. Like, treat you like a friend. Yeah, exactly. YouTube, man, I don't know why they doing that. They wild. I didn't see nothing hidden on my side on this side of the live stream. Maybe it just shows up, but on your side, let me see. Let me hop in the stream real quick. Yeah, it's about balance and harmony. They try to trick you out of harmony and balance with this word equality. They always use tricks in Hollywood, always use wordplay against you. They do top tier Eminem level wordplay spells on your ass. On everybody, on all us. It's all wordplay, man. It's all fucking wordplay, bro. That's a lot of the times the spells they be doing be so simple. The rituals, simple. Simple fucked up bullshit. But they be simple when you think about it. They take words, they bend them, and they take the frequency off of that word. Okay, well, no, they don't even take the frequency off. What they do is, because they know people don't study, they just throw a whole nother frequency or energy on a word, be a definition, and then they input it into society to make you use it, and so you think you know what it means. Now it can be used against your ass. Spell. I was listening to Sam Cooke earlier, and he has a song called Cupid. Listen to that shit. It's a whole spell. What's up, Richie? What is up, Richie? Thank you for the tech. I'm going to be sending you your stuff. I haven't forgot about you. I'm going to send that off. I'm going to send it off Saturday. Send off all the other Etsy orders and stuff. So, just be wait, I haven't forgot about you. But yeah, they play tricks on you through words. That's how they get you. Fucking words. They get us for words, so then that we have to get the etymologies of these words that they keep saying over and over and over again. Like equality, feminism. Yeah, you gotta break this shit down into energies and see what's going on. Because they're really trying to contact your subconscious mind. Oh yeah, okay, Richie, yeah. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Linguistic mystics. Yep. And Richie, just email me about when we will, start the whole, what we were talking about before, what you, the podcast and everything, and we can get going. I got my ring light. I got all my shit set up. So Lilith is darkness, so that means the aspect of subconscious. Exactly, is right there. So we are taught to fear the dark goddess. Dark goddess ain't nothing but your mama when she fucking mad or when she's being very protective, or just in her energy. And it doesn't even mean your mother. It could be or your father and that feminine aspect, because we all have feminine and masculine energy. However you want to put it. However you want to put it. Explore the God and goddess within yourself. How about that? How about that one for starters? Explore the God and goddess within yourself. For real. You still? You talking to Richie? I would say explore the God and goddess within yourself and see what you find. Meditate on it. Just meditate on it. Go into a meditation. I might do that later. See what happens. You may think you get nothing, but you a few days later get all the answers you need. I'm also going to be doing more meditations, dropping more meditations on here. Richie, I might run them by you, for some, master level engineering. you know, you might be able to help me on that. I don't know, but I will be doing more meditations. I've been working with Hindu seed mantras. So what works for me is what I will start to put out. Because I love the Hindu seed or bija mantras, like the Shreem mantra, Shereem. Beautiful mantra. Beautiful. It will help your subconscious. It will help erase in your subconscious the poverty, the debt, all of those ways of thought. That mantra will help, erase those things. So the only thing that will really be left or input is abundance of prosperity in all forms, not just money. I was listening to that mantra today, and I got almost $300 like that. It's not about the money. It's just I'm working on it because I'm trying to help erase my there is not enough consciousness when it comes to certain things. So I'm going to be using those mantras, and I'm going to drop a Shreem mantra meditation here, and then maybe an inner child meditation, some affirmations to help with that, because that is needed, some compassion. I'm just going to be going with the wave, man, because people are going to be out here going fucking nuts. So I'm going to do my part. I'm going to play my part and help my tribe and help my people. Hold on, I got you, Lemuria. like Kali, one of the dark goddesses. Her correspondence would be Lilith. Her, she has a Hindu seed mantra. So Lakshmi's mantra. So you say, what I would say is one way to tap into like the Hindu pantheon without having to really actually work with some of the gods and goddesses and see if they have a mantra. Some of them have these extremely long mantras. You just got to get used to it. You just got to break it up and try to find the right find. Definitely the key is to find the right interpretation or how to say them correctly to tap into the energy. Yep, there you go, Richie. There you go. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha is one of hers, but her overall one of her most powerful ones that encompass all 8 forms of Lakshmi is the Shri mantra. That's what I found that encompasses all of her 8 forms, where she bestows all the forms of a prosperity in life in abundance. It's the Shri mantra. Kali will be the Kareem, which would be so. What I found out, if there's a god or goddess that has a mantra, you don't have to necessarily work with them and put them on the altar to work with them. Basically, you can tap into their mantra, which taps into their energy directly, and you become that energy once you start shouting. Once you start, using and invoking invoking their essence through their mantra, you become one with them. There you go, Gail. Hell yeah. See, I was about to leave, but then I was like, what? Let me get some of this more. Let me get a little bit more of the information out. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. Oh, crap. There we go. Just messing with my light. But yeah. One way I found is to tap into energies, and then you can say, okay, the correspondence of this or that. Kamala, sister god. Lakshmi and Kamala, sister goddesses, or ancient modern version. I'm not so sure. I haven't heard of Kamala, the goddess Kamala, so I can't really compare her to Lakshmi. So I have to do more study on that. So I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna come back to this point. I'm gonna take a mental note. It's kind of how I do it. But it's like, say you wanna. Krishna is like a Christ energy, okay? So Krishna would be like Horus or Heru or even Shiva, correspondences, and then basically you can say, okay, because the Hindus, they love their mantras. In Egypt, they don't really got that. Okay, they don't, or unless you have to really research for it. So you want to tap into that Christ energy, that Horus energy. You can do so by looking at correspondences in the Hindu pantheon, and they have fucking seed mantras that can help you tap directly into certain deities' energies instead of you serving them or them, instead of the side by side thing. You become that because you're supposed to be becoming God. You are already that, but becoming meaning invoking that energy inside of you out. Like getting it to raise and then outflow, inflow and outflow. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. This oh yeah, hydrate, drink water. But that is one way that I found that you can tap into certain frequencies is through mantras. So you can just use correspondences to say, okay, I'm tapping into Horus's energy through this Christ energy and this pantheon because it has a mantra, yada yada yada. Because it is what you want it to be. So that's how you use the polarities and the balance and to tap into other shit directly, just like that. Because everything is everything. You just use correspondence. That's one way. Anybody have any Think, oh, you good, Richie? You good? You came at the tail end of the broadcast. I've been live for over an hour, a little bit over an hour. So if you go back, you'll catch, you catch the rest. You know, just going over wordplay, you know, linguistic mystic shit, equality, all that type of stuff. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night, and I want you guys to, you enjoy the rest of your night or do whatever you want to do. You know, peace, everybody. Compassion, love, destruction, all that shit, all of it. At the end of the day, it's all needed, man. You tear down paradigms with destruction, and you build it up with compassion and shit. That's how it goes. That's the essence of, the the Christ at the beginning and the Christ at the end. Peace.